It's the Flame Show, powered by The Truth Talk Show.
Welcome to the Flame Show, where every topic we touch is straight fire. I am your girl, Kay the Truth, and if you're not dealing with Kay, it's definitely not the truth. In studio today, we have the one, the only, Aaron Johnson. Hello, Aaron. How are you?
Hi. How are you doing?
Doing fantabulous, but doing amazing since you're on the show.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you for coming. I understand that you were a 14-year-old filmmaker who premiered their first short film, Lost. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I premiered my short film Lost at the Widescreen Film and Music Video Festival a couple of years ago. Yes, ma'am.
So what was the concept of Lost, and what made you get started into the film industry?
Well, my very first short film, Lost, the concept of Lost was pretty much showing the story about a homeless man who pretty much lost his way. And, because we see a lot of people that are affected, by society and affected by the world today, that, we see them, on the street. We see them, that they're lost. They lost pretty much everything. But, just to be honest, some people, we can be a little bit judgmental. And, most of the time we don't know their backstory. So actually, Lost had won best short film in the division I was in back a couple of years ago at the Widescreen Film and Music Video Festival, and I decided to turn Lost into a real feature film. We just shot Lost early part of this summer of 2017. I partnered with Bello Productions, Royalty and Respect Management, and we went ahead and we made the full feature film Lost, which turned out to be amazing. We're planning to submit it to a lot of different festivals and pretty much do really big things with this movie. And as far as what pretty much interests me to go into the film industry, a little backstory, what a lot of people usually don't know is that I actually started out, I always knew I wanted to be in the film industry, but I started out as being like an actor, trying to, act and different things like that. And that was like a part of, that was like a long, long time ago. And around the age of 9 years old, I knew I wanted to be in some form of in the industry. I just didn't know, where. So I'll say my background is like DPing and videography and everything like that. But, around the age of 13, 14, I'll say that's when God blessed me with the gift of writing. And, I've grown more in this field now, being a writer and director.
What inspires you?
What inspires me? I would say what inspires me pretty much on a daily basis. I would say first, I wouldn't say anything inspires me. The only reason why I say that is because, when you love what you do and when you have a passion for what you do, you really don't need too much inspiration to keep it going. That's just your passion. That's just what you're going to do. But as far as people that I look at, I definitely look at people like Devon Franklin, Will Packer, of course, Tyler Perry. I'm also a stage play writer as well. So I look at, people that really put their own mark into the film industry. And I also look at actresses and actors who have grown to be directors like Tasha Smith and Shannon Doherty and Alyssa Milano. And so, these are people that, definitely put their own stamp into the industry. But when you see their work, it's their work.
That was very well put. You said you're also a stage writer. What did you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But not only a stage writer, you are a teen award-winning filmmaker. What are some of the awards that you won?
Well, a couple of the awards that I won, let's date back. 2015, I won the 365 Black Awards. That was on BET. I was awarded along, great legends, people like Ava DuVernay, Marvin Sapp, Mark Morial, Jeff Johnson. In the year 2016, I was awarded at the Trayvon Martin Foundation Remembrance Dinner for Trayvon Martin. I was honored along Bishop T.D. Jakes, Harry Belafonte, Gina Belafonte, and Bishop T.J.'s wife, Sarita Bella. That's Lord Sarita Jakes. I'm sorry. And I won a couple of awards on the road. You know, that I've been on. I've been honored to be in the Ebony Essence magazine, Black Enterprise, Jet magazine. I've been pretty much about a good place everywhere. I've been about everywhere, done a lot of book tours, because I'm also an author as well of 2 books, You Are Never Too Young, Winning Mind Battles. So I've been on book tours, and so, you know, I've been keeping busy over the years.
Okay. Tell us about some of those plays.
Yes. Well, I wrote a stage play, Bittersweet, which premiered last year. We had our first showing at the Little Haiti Cultural Arts Center down here in Miami, Florida. We had a sold-out show. Over 300 people came out to the first premiering of Bittersweet, and then we had our second showing in Hollywood, Florida, at the Hollywood Cultural Arts Center. Over 500 people. We had another sold-out production, and then I have another stage play which is coming next year, 2018, entitled Mama Why.
Now, I need to know, what is Mama Why going to be about? Because, you know, when we ask our mama why, we're like, okay, yeah, this got to be good.
Yes. So, Mama Why, I'm not going to get into too much of it, but what I will say is about Mama Why, pretty much what it will show the dynamics of motherhood and trying to pretty much raise these 3 kids, and it shows the effects of, it shows the effects of bad parenting and what it can do to 3 sets of generations. You know, and we definitely have some sibling rivalry within the stage play. We definitely got a lot of hurt, a lot of regret, you know, a lot of guilty feelings and different things which goes into this stage play. So more information on Mama Why, we will hear more about it either later on this year or early top of 2018. So that's more on Mama Why. For more information on that, everybody, they can just follow me on my social media at Aaron Avant Johnson, A-V-O-N-T, Avant, Aaron Avant Johnson, and more information on Mama Why will be posted up there soon.
Some people have referred to you as a genius.
Oh.
I've seen that written, that you're, at one time somebody referred to you as a 15-year-old boy genius filmmaker. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like no type of way. I'm very grateful. Just people would, you know, just say these things. I'm very honored, very grateful. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a very humble and down-to-earth person. So, you know, a lot of titles and different accolades, that don't really get to me. So, you know, I would say, you know, pretty much I thank everybody for all of the positive comments, all of the positive feedback. But, you know, just to me, I'm still the same old person day in and day out. So,
where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
What do I see myself in the next 5 years? I see myself in the next 5 years pretty much doing what I love, which I already do now, but doing it on a greater scale. I see myself comfortable in just all areas of my life. I believe it or not, I see myself taking some good vacations in the next 5 years. And because I'm such a workaholic, I do not see myself stop working. You know, every field, every area that I really want to go in, I will be doing it. In the next 5 years, I'll just see myself enjoying life along with all my family. And we just, you know, living pretty much the life that God destined us to live.
I want to go back to your movie Lost, and you focused on homeless people. Do you think your movie impacted the situation of those people sleeping on the streets? Because you know what? We see homeless people all the time, but sometimes they are invisible to some people.
Yeah.
Do you think that helped them become visible to the next person, your film?
In my film, Lost, I definitely pinpoint, I definitely shine a light on the backstory of their ending result, or sometimes on their current result, because, you know, like you said, oftentimes, you know, we see, you know, these homeless people, and, you know, sometimes we don't even pay one type of attention to them, you know, and we always, I'm just going to be honest, we're always quick to put it on drugs, or we're always quick to put it on, you know, just something else, but you never know what that person is dealing with, or you never know what they have dealt with. You know, you don't know their past, you don't know their story. So with Lost goes through 3 series of this young man named Job. It goes through 3 series of his life, his childhood, teenhood, and then adulthood. And pretty much in Lost, you know, we follow this young man, and we really see the story of how he ended up in a certain particular situation of being homeless. Not to give too much of the movie away, but Job, he was pretty much kicked out of his house at the age of 12 years old, pretty much been raising himself, and it's almost like a cause and effect type of film. Something happens, and there's a really bad effect, and it's almost like a cause and effect. So every stage of his life, he loses something so critical and so important to him, or something was already taken away. And, we just see the damage and how it affects a particular person. And so, definitely with Lost, it shines a light on the backstory of homeless people. And hopefully with this film, people will see this film, and I'll say we will be a little more sympathetic and a little more compassionate to these people who are in this situation, because, let's just be honest, these people aren't aliens. They're not they're not someone from a different country, from a different planet. These people are human beings. They just in a different situation than we are. So hopefully this film shines a light on that.
Good job. What you do in the stage plays, you're a filmmaker. So that means you do a lot of writing. Therefore, you must be an author. If so, do you have any books already written, or what books are you planning to write?
I already wrote 2 books. I wrote my very first book, You Are Never Too Young. I wrote that at the age of 12 years old. And my second book, When in Mind Battles, I wrote that 2 years ago. And do I see myself writing any books in the future? Possibly, yes. I do see myself writing more books within the future. Also, for more information on You Are Never Too Young and When in Mind Battles, they can find it on Amazon or Barnes & Nobles or any bookstore, any online digital bookstore. Everybody can just head there. They'll be able to find more information about my books, You Are Never Too Young and When in Mind Battles.
Where do you get all this energy from? Where do you get the strength to keep going? Because you're doing a lot.
Well, I get my strength from God above, the man upstairs. Without him, I wouldn't have the use of my limbs, or I wouldn't have pretty much the energy to do any of this. And, like I said, at the end of the day, when you're passionate about something, and when you are passionate about what you do, and it's not like a requirement, but it's something that you genuinely love to do, then, no one has to, pump and pry you to go ahead and try to do it and try to make this happen. You go ahead and you do it on your own. Well, in my case, I have a very and extremely supportive family. I would not be in this place where I am now if it wasn't for my parents and if it wasn't for the team that we have around me. So I'm very, 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 very grateful to everyone that we all work with that's helping me get to the place where I need to be.
All right. Well, you're also with all those positive things that you just said, and you're inspiring other people to keep doing and going forward, and you shedding a lot of light on things impacting the world, which I'm very much fighting for the homeless. Like you are correct, they don't know the story. You think somebody just decided to just give up. Some people, everybody, I always say everyone is one paycheck away from being homeless. You could be the next homeless person, and a lot of people don't look at it that way. A lot of people look at the homeless people and they shun them, which is unfortunate. So I definitely love the story of you doing that. But with all these positive things, you also do motivational speaking. Do you have any speaking engagements coming up?
Yes. I have a few speaking engagements that are coming up soon. More information will be posted on that. Like I said, sometime in the future, everybody can just follow me on my social media and Yvonne Johnson, and you guys will see more information on that. But yes, I have been fortunate to speak to a lot of different schools, a lot of different organizations. I spoke a lot when I was traveling on my book tours to Atlanta, Georgia, Vermont, Kentucky. It's been a lot of places that I have, Orlando. It's been a lot of places that I have gone and definitely had opportunities to speak to a lot of different, youth and a lot of different kids, pretty much just letting them know that, you don't have to wait, until later on, to start finding out what you want to do in life, because oftentimes, they get to a place to where, they turn 18 and they're like, okay, what am I going to do, with myself? I don't have a plan for my life. And, that just even goes further to, a lot of young adults, that still don't know what they want to do with their life. So I definitely go out and, try to give them, some hope and some shine and just some clarification, that they don't have to wait, so long just to figure out what they want to do, that they can go ahead and they can start it now. They can go after their dream now. So, that's definitely one of the topics that I talk about when I do my motivational speaking.
Okay. What do we not know about Aaron Johnson that we should? Enlighten us.
What do people don't know? That's a good question. Pretty much, I'm an open book, so everything that people want to know, I already let them know already. Definitely, I'm a workaholic, but I'll say I am a huge Netflix fan. Like, oh my gosh, like if I'm not writing, if I'm not working, if I'm not, busy, definitely sure enough, I will whip out my phone, go to Netflix, and binge watch on a lot of my favorite shows. So I'll say that's probably something that, people don't know about me, but other than that, I'm usually just, constantly keeping myself busy.
Okay. Aaron Johnson is definitely a business within himself. Any other businesses in the works?
Not at the moment, no, but a lot of different projects definitely will be on the rise, and a lot of different films, and definitely a new series. If I have a quick sec, I just want to talk about my new series, Love Therapy Atlanta. Definitely, I want everyone to go ahead and check it out. Love Therapy Atlanta. It is my brand new. It's my brand new series starring Miss Latoya Ward from Tyler Perry's If Loving You Was Wrong. It's my brand new series, and I guarantee you it is going to blow your mind. We just dropped it. I think it was just about 2 days ago or a day ago, and we're already hitting close to over 1,000 views in just a matter of like less than 48 hours. So, it's picking up momentum, and definitely I'm very, 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 very excited about it. It's very, very juicy. So definitely I want everyone to go ahead and check it out. You can head to YouTube right now. Just go to Love Therapy Atlanta, or you can go to the Instagram Love Therapy Atlanta, and you can just follow the series.
Okay. Well, Aaron Johnson, I am definitely loving your energy. Teen award-winning filmmaker, you're author, motivational speaker, entrepreneur. I mean, you got the stage plays, you got the short film, soon-to-be big film. I'm loving your energy. Shout out your social media and tell our listeners where they can find more about you.
All right, everybody. So if you want to learn more about me, or if you want to find out more information about upcoming projects and different things that I may have, everybody, you can go ahead and follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and on YouTube at Aaron Avant Johnson. Aaron, Aaron, Avant, Abont Johnson. Everyone, you can go ahead and follow me on all social media sites at Aaron Avant Johnson, and definitely just keep up with everything that I'm doing.
And if you want to book him to come, you want to be in the film, hit him up. And, of course, I am your girl, Kaye TheTruth. If you're not dealing with Kaye, it's definitely not the truth. That means somebody's lying, but you already know. It's not me. Google me, baby, www.KayTheTruth.com. Also,
download the Truth Talk Show Network radio app for your mobile device.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
If you're not dealing with Kaye, it ain't the truth.